from the aorta on level of fourth lumbar vertebrae. Lie right common artery lie medially from vena iliaca dextra communis, and on left side lie forward from vena iliaca. You can see the body very well. On the level of articularis sacra iliaca on both sides, common artery divided into two big branches: external iliac artery and internal iliac artery. Internal iliac artery has downward direction and run on lateral and posterior side of the pelvis, run into the pelvic cavity. All these arteries lie retroperitoneally. If parietal layer of peritoneum will be present here, you cannot see these arteries. But now we see internal carotid artery. Iliac artery. Thank you, Jennifer. And this artery divided into two big trunk, superior and inferior. Superior trunk gives branches to iliac and to iliac bone, to sacral bone, to joint. Here lie arteria iliaca. This artery supplies bones, muscles, and sacroiliac joint. Then present lateral sacral arteries. Here more deep line. Sacral lateral arteries. Both of these arteries gives ramus spinalis to the meninx in canalis vertebralis in sacral bone, and gives branches to the muscles and joints. Then here, from superior trunk begins big artery, gluteus superior. This artery runs on external surface of pelvis through foramen suprapiriforme. If you remember, this foramen lies between musculus piriformis, upper than this muscle, and near the incisura ischiadica major. Another branches lie in downward direction and run through the foramen infrapiriforme. Here, you may go on this side, Sarah. This side. Here, it's present two branches. Arteria glutea inferior to gluteal muscles run through foramen infrapiriforme to external surface. And here, arteria pudenda interna. Pudenda interna artery runs through this foramen on external surface too, and lie in region of perineum, gives rami perinealis or arteria perinealis, and this artery gives branches to external genital organs in men and in women, and to adipose tissue of fossa ischiorectalis. If you don't remember these names, foramen suprapiriforme, infrapiriforme, fossa ischiorectalis, repeat, please, repeat. Then, here may present arteria rectalis media, but absent here this artery. And on forward lie arteria umbilicalis. Here, umbilical artery function on all these lengths only in embryonic period. In adults, functional only proximal part of this artery, and from this artery begins arteria vesicalis superioris to vesica urinaria. And one of the branches of iliac internal artery is arteria vesicalis inferioris, which lie to the lower part of vesica urinaria. And in women, from iliac internal artery begins arteria uterina. Arteria uterina runs to the lateral surface of the uterus between the layers of ligamentum latum uteri. And arteria uterina gives branches to the tuba uterina and ramus avaricus to avarium. And near avarium, arteria avarica and ramus avaricus from arteria uterina and anastomosis one to another. Well, no, it's main information about inner branches of arteria iliaca interna. One very important and important artery here. Lie near nervus obturatorius, arteria obturatorius. Lies through canalis obturatorius, and distal part of this artery supplies musculus obturatorius externus and pectineal muscles and adductor brevis here on medial surface of the Максим Степанович обширил бедро. Бедро. Medial muscles of the thigh. And distal branches supply skin of the genital organs on lateral side, lateral and anterior side. It's very important. In region of annulus profundus of canalis femoralis, if you remember, femoral canal absent in normal condition, present only if forms hernia, and annulus profundus forms here under the ligamentum inguinale, medially from vena femoralis, and sometimes near this annulus forms very big arch between branch of obturatorius artery and between branch of epigastric inferior artery, and this branch is called corona mortis. Corona mortis, because sometimes during the surgery operation in hernias may cut these branches, and that's why it forms hemorrhage very, very large. Next, branches of external iliac artery. External iliac artery has two big branches here, arteria epigastrica inferior and arteria circumflexa ilium profunda. This artery lie near the crest of iliac bone and supplies circumflexa ilium profunda muscles of iliac bone and supplies joint. Anastomosis with arteria iliaca from the internal iliac artery. And here arteria epigastrica inferior, very important artery. This artery lie on deep layers of anterior wall of abdominal cavity, and in region near the umbo forms anastomosis with arteria epigastrica superior branch of thoracic internal artery, and in region of umbo present anastomosis between these epigastric arteries from subclavian region and iliac region, and more externally near under the skin present anastomosis between more superficially arteries. It's arteria epigastrica superficialis, branch of this of femoral artery here present. Long way of these arteries, and anastomosis in region of umbo between superficial epigastric inferior epigastric arteries from iliac region and epigastric superior artery from region of subclavian artery branch, terminal branch of thoracic internal artery. Well, now iliac external arteries through lacuna vasorum run to the anterior surface of the thigh and lie some laterally from vein. Here, arteria femoralis. This place is called arteria femoralis. Arteria femoralis run in downward direction and then lie in canalis adductorius. Canalis adductorius. You must remember that this canal is formed by vastus medialis of quadriceps, adductor magnus, and plate, which fibrous plate, which lie between these two muscles, lamina vasta adductoria. This canal has three foramen enter, exit in fossa popliteal and anterior foramen through which run arteria descendens genus. Arteria descendens genus, which run from this canal through anterior foramen and participate in blood supply of knee joint. Then femoral artery gives arteria profunda femoris, very big artery, very large. And from profunda femoris artery begins two circumflex arteries. Arteria circumflexa femoris lateralis. Yeah. This artery supplies quadriceps, musculus sartorius, and anastomosis with arteria circumflexa ilium superficialis. On medial side present circumflexa femoris medialis. This artery has two branches, ascendens, descendens, and this branch supplies medial groups of muscles and gives branch to the joint, coxo joint. In region of coxo joint supplies, this region supplies by arteria circumflexa femoris medialis, by arteria circumflexa ilium profunda superficialis, gluteal arteries superior and inferior, and ascending branch of circumflexa femoris lateralis. Ascending branch run to the joint. Descending branch of arteria circumflexa femoris lateralis run to the deep muscles of the thigh and gives perforant branches. Perforant branches to posterior muscles of the thigh, musculus femoralis, and semitendinosus, semimembranosus muscles, and lower of perforant arteries gives branch to the knee joint. Well, for next lesson, you will study femoral arteries, external and internal iliac arteries, and common iliac arteries have only two branches. That's why you study only topography of iliac common arteries.